Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited and happy to be here. As you guys know, it has been forever since I've been here. But I wanted to jump back into this thing and try again. So today I'm going to be talking about my weight loss journey and where I am up to this point. So if you're interested in watching, just make sure you keep watching. So a few months ago, I really started getting interested in getting back into my weight loss journey. You guys know I used to do a health and wellness segment on my YouTube channel where like once a week I was coming to you guys with videos on lupus, cancer, stroke, all those things, like tips and all those good things. And when I fell off of YouTube, excuse the loud noise outside, but when I fell off of YouTube, I stopped doing it. Like I just stopped doing it. And if you're new to my channel, let me just say, my name is Ashley and I've had lupus since I was 12 years old. I'm now 32 years old, so I'm so grateful and thankful that I made it this far because I have a lot of friends who did not make it. And so I'm just grateful and thankful and would like to really do more with spreading the word, getting more awareness out there, letting people know that lupus is a real thing. We have real pain and it exists. So yeah, that's one of my goals. I have a lot of goals for 2021, okay? So I really started getting serious over these last couple of months. Number one, because I had some friends that were, going through weight loss stuff. And then also because I wanted to get off of my lupus medication. When you are somebody who's been on prednisone since you are 12 years old, we know that your bones start to deteriorate. I've had to have a hip replacement. I've had a knee scope. By the grace of God, I've not had to have a knee replacement yet. But the doctors already told me like my bones look like the bones of an 80-year-old. And that being said, I just am trying to do what I can do on my end to take care of myself and to put myself in the best position for the long run. So that being said, I really was trying to take my weight seriously. I was at the highest weight that I've ever been when I actually tried to reach out for assistance and help, and that was 196 pounds. And I'm only 4'11". So, and the crazy thing is, like, when I stand up, it doesn't really look large. Let me use that word. It doesn't really look disproportionate, but it's like when you know that you're not where you're supposed to be, it just is an uncomfortable thing. It's an uncomfortable feeling. And at that point, I just was feeling really disgusting and that I really needed to make a change and do something about it. So moving on, I reached out to a hospital in my area and called to see if they had a weight loss program. I knew of another one at another nearby hospital, but this was the one that was closest to me, so that's what I went with. And so they ended up having a medical weight loss program. Now, when I first reached out to them, I was actually interested in getting a gastric sleeve, which is where I believe they take part of your stomach, make it smaller, and it helps you. It's used as a tool. It's not going to help you like stop eating, but it's used as a tool to help fight against you eating so much and being able to control those cravings. And so that's what I was interested in. The young lady asked me the questions about the BMI, like my height, weight. Do I have high blood pressure? Do I have sleep apnea with a CPAP machine? And also it was something else, and I can't remember right now. It was high blood pressure, CPAP machine, and it's one more qualification that you need to have, I guess, in order to see if you qualify for the surgery. And so she was like, okay, well, you can't do this, but you can try our meal replacement basically program, where it's a program you eat meal replacements, you see a nutritionist, you see the doctor. And so I said, well, let me try it because there's nothing else I can do at this point, right? So I ended up going to the little orientation, which was basically them going over, okay, you get meals, you meet with the doctor once a month, and then you also meet with a nutritionist once a week. And so via COVID, everything is virtual. So like the consultation, all that stuff is virtual. And so I was like, okay, let me try it. So I started trying it. And they had two different diets. They had a low calorie diet and a very low calorie diet. On the very low calorie diet, you were eating 800 calories a day, and they were only meal replacements. So they had a soup, a pudding, and a shake as meal replacements. Additionally, they had like, I guess you could call them fillers. So they had like a bar, I guess kind of similar to a protein bar. They had a bar like when you needed like something sweet. I believe that was like 160 calories. And then they had a tea, which was additional fiber. And then they had like a Jello, which was also additional fiber. And then they also had like beverages. So they had like a hot chocolate beverage, which would also count as 200 calories. So that was very low calorie. Then the low calorie was having 3 of those meal replacements with a meal. So that's 600 calories plus whatever meal you're gonna have. Of course, your meal needed to have a bunch of vegetables and then no more than like 3 ounces of protein. And that would be it. So when I first started, I started off on the low calorie because my doctor was like, you need to get clearance to be able to do very low calorie because of my health history, blah, 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 blah. I ended up getting the clearance, but I got the clearance. They didn't get it or see it until like a month of me doing the low calorie. I lost approximately, I think it was 10 pounds on the low calorie. That was 3 meal replacements and a meal. And that took a month. So, and that month went by really fast because she wanted me to come and do the weekly weigh-ins. So weekly weigh-ins were actually for those people doing the very low calorie, but she was like, well, since you're going to get the clearance, come on in and do the weigh-ins every week. And then that way you can kind of be practicing what the very low calorie is doing. So when you're going to weigh in every week and when you're like just trying to make it to Wednesday to get there, it moves very fast. So that month went by so quickly, but I was really proud because I hit my goal. My goal was to lose between 10 to 20 pounds. I lost to 10 pounds, which I could not believe because I was still eating that meal like every day, you know? So it was like, what? Like, it was great. So then after that, I got the clearance to do very low calorie. When I was trying to make the transition, my issue was that I was still trying to like have a partial meal when I really should have been sticking to the 4 meal replacements. Like I was saying to myself, like, okay, you're gonna do 4 meal replacements, but like if you get hungry, you can still have your meal, which I should have either done one or the other. And then really, maybe part of me, I should have just stuck to the low calorie and not done the very low calorie. I don't know. But in all this, I ended up making it 5 days straight on doing the very low calorie. That means 5 days where I ate nothing but liquids. Now, I have never in my life, after diet, after diet, after diet, never been able to do anything consecutively for 5 days. Nothing has ever lasted that long. And it's crazy that I'm saying this out loud. It's almost low-key disappointing, but we honest, so I'm gonna just let y'all know. So I've never made it that long with any diet at all, period. And so I was so proud of myself. But the crazy thing is, on that 5th day that I made it with only eating liquids, I found out that my student passed away. And again, if you don't know, I'm a teacher. So my student that I taught every day last year and basically every day this year virtually passed away. And it was sudden, as I had just seen him the day before. And so that was an automatic trigger for me to go buku crazy on the food. And you know how they say sometimes people are emotional eaters, but I never thought I was an emotional eater. And I will also say, yes, I gave myself the excuse that your morning, it's okay to eat this. Your morning, it's okay to forget everything you learned, everything you're trying to work for. It's okay. Like, you can go ahead and eat because you are suffering, you're in pain. You know, you can eat. And so at that point, like, I just went downhill, and I went downhill for weeks. It's probably been about 2.5 weeks where I have been doing whatever I have wanted to do. I told myself, you know, at the beginning of this week that I was going to get back on track. And really, I will say today is what? Wednesday. Today is really the first day that I can say that I am really back on track, that I am really doing this, because even yesterday when I said I was going to start, I started working out 2 days ago. I was working out every day, I was working out every day, walking an hour at least, or going to the gym for an hour. And even the 2 days, like Monday, Tuesday, I was saying, you're going to change, you're going to do it. And I didn't. And I exercised, but I still ate chips and Tostitos, or I still had onion rings and egg rolls. Like, what is wrong with you? So, but today, I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it, because yesterday I actually talked with my doctor who I was seeing in the program. And she told me, she said, you have got to change your, it's not, even if you want to get the surgery, even if you want to, you know, whatever, you have got to change your mindset. It is your behavior that is causing you to do this. And the behavior has to be changed first in order for you to be successful. So if you continue to have those behaviors and keep doing the same thing, then you're going to keep doing it regardless of what you do. So that really got me thinking, like, you need to change your behavior. Like, I feel like working with special education, like, I work with behaviors so much, and seeing behaviors and working on FBAs and all this kind of stuff. And it's like, you need to change your behavior. So the same way we do an FBA for a student with a disability, which is a functional behavior analysis, we do those to determine what causes the behavior. And so I'm like, girl, you need to do an FBA on yourself and your eating. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, what is causing me to have these behaviors? What is causing me to want to go at 11 o'clock at night and get chips out the cabinet? What's causing me to want to go to Wawa and get a pretzel and like, what's causing me to do this? So I said I was really going to write down all of my thoughts and feelings while I'm currently, you know, changing my life and doing this and trying this lifestyle. Like, I'm going to write those things down, and I'm going to try to figure out what it is that I'm doing that's causing me to do this, because I know that if I don't get into this, I'm not going to change my behavior, and you're not going to change your behavior if you're trying to lose weight or trying to do a journey. If you find yourself continuing to do the same thing, you'll start a diet, or you'll start a lifestyle change, or you'll start eating one way, and then you revert back to the old way. There's a behavior that needs to be addressed, okay? So that being said, I think I really covered everything about the two programs, about what I'm doing. So currently, right now, my weight yesterday was 183. I'm so surprised that it's not back at my goal weight of 196, because like I said, it's been about 2 weeks when I've been eating whatever I wanted to eat. But in the back of my head, when I'm eating this stuff, I'm telling myself, like, you're eating it, but you don't need to, like, overdo it. Like, if I'm having the Tostitos, I'm not eating the whole bag. Like, I'm eating half the bag. You know, like, I'm not, like, going buku crazy with my eating. I've never gotten past 180 over the last, like, 2-3 years. So that is a whole goal of mine. I am trying to write down, like, short-term objectives. So when I get to this weight, what am I going to get? When I get to that weight, what am I going to get? I believe that that is the whole update. So I will be doing the very low calorie diet. I started today, eating every 4 hours, having 4 meals a day, all liquid. So far I've had a shake this morning, and I did add a banana, and I added flaxseed to it. So although I'm eating these liquids, I'm adding, like, to my shakes, I will be adding, like, supplementary things to kind of help me stay full. I think the issue was staying full and staying focused, basically. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys are in the weight loss fight, in the weight loss journey, you having surgery or whatever, I mean, I'm not eligible for the surgery, but if you have a way that you've been like maintaining your weight, make sure that you comment below. Let me know that what you're doing to stay strong, that's not something that's helping you to not go in the cabinet at 11 o'clock to get snacks. Let me know what you're doing. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, guys. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.